It's been 7 days since the Eagles last played, so you know what that means. There is a lot of news to tell you about from around the QMJHL, and none bigger than what went down in Rimouski last night. A very emotional night at Le Calais in Rimouski as Sidney Crosby's number 87 was raised to the rafters. Of course, his accolades speak for themselves. An unbelievable junior career, as in 2 seasons with the Oceanique, he had 303 points in less than 130 games. 47 points in 22 playoff games, was twice the CHL Player of the Year, and of course won a league title with the Oceanique back in 2005. Has had a spectacular pro career as well with 3 Stanley Cups and multiple Olympic gold medals. And in a twist in the ceremony, it was announced that his number 87 will not just be retired in Rimouski, but it'll be retired throughout the entire QMJHL, so no player will ever wear that number again. Very lengthy ceremony, over an hour long, featuring an 8-minute-plus standing ovation for Sidney Crosby, who primarily spoke in English, but finished his address with some French, which was very much appreciated by the Rimouski fans. One of the players that Sidney Crosby mentioned in his speech was an opposing player, that being Samuel Poulin of the Sherbrooke Phoenix, and the reason is that Poulin has signed on with Sidney Crosby's Pittsburgh Penguins. Poulin was a first-rounder of the Pens this past June. He had 76 points in 67 games with Sherbrooke last year, where he has returned for the QMJHL season. Again, he signs a 3-year entry-level contract with Pittsburgh. Vladislav Kotkov is on his way back to the Chicoutimi Saguenay, having been reassigned from the San Jose Sharks. The import had 61 points in 65 games last season. However, there's been a snag with his paperwork, so he's not yet eligible to play with the Sags, so he'll not be in the lineup tonight. Another player signing an entry-level contract is Jacob Pelche, the first-round draft pick of the Calgary Flames this past June. He had 89 points in 65 games with the Moncton Wildcats, and he has signed on for 3 years with Calgary. Pelche has returned to Moncton, where he has been named the Moncton Wildcats captain. The alternate captains will be 20-year-old forward Mika Sear and 19-year-old forward Jacob Hudson. Charlottetown has also named their leadership group. 20-year-old blue liner Brendan Cavall has been given the C. Last year he had 21 points in 68 games and was plus 18. It is a trio of forwards who will serve as the alternates. 19-year-old forward Thomas Casey, along with 19-year-old forward Nikita Alexandrov and 18-year-old forward Brett Budgell. A suspension to tell you about: James White of the St. John Sea Dogs not playing in tonight's game, as he has been given a 7-game ban for a check to the head. Last year, the now 19-year-old forward had 14 points in 59 games. Taking a look at the Q's Team of the Week for the first week of action, Pierre-Luc Dubé was a big star in Week 1. The 18-year-old forward of the Quebec Ramparts had 5 points in 2 games and was also named to the CHL's Team of the Week. The other 2 forwards are 20-year-old Tyler Heinem of Rouyn-Noranda, who had 5 points in 2 games, and 18-year-old Igor Soduk of Victoriaville, who had 4 goals over 2 games. There is representation for the Cape Breton Eagles on the defense corps, as Nathan LaRose, the 19-year-old blue liner, had 2 goals and was plus 2 in 2 games. And a member of the other team playing tonight, the St. John Sea Dogs defenseman William Villeneuve, also on the team, the 17-year-old blue liner, also 2 goals and plus 2 last week. The goaltender for the QMJHL for the week is Jonathan Lemieux. The 18-year-old netminder had a 1-1 record, a goals against of 152, and a save percentage of .954. Taking a look at the updated CHL Top 10, the Ottawa 67s of the OHL have jumped into the number 1 spot. Highest-ranked Q team remains Chicoutimi as they hold at number 2. Sherbrooke jumps up to number 5 from number 9. Halifax drops to number 10 from number 6. The Eagles coming in as an honorable mention, so we'll see if the Eagles can climb up that list as the year goes on.